Everyone on the left will tell you that abortion is a human right. This is a standard talking point. But the real reason that is being said is to target the individual women directly more so than governments. The reason is when something is a human right, it takes away the morality of the decision that is made, in this case an abortion. So you do not have to think whether what you are doing is right or wrong when walking into an abortion clinic. It's a human right, so it is correct. Now in reality it does not take away the moral choice, but that's what using the term human right is attempting to do. So if something is a human right, there is no moral discussion about the subject anymore. As I write this, if you disagree, you don't feel morally bad expressing your right to free speech. You may say something immoral, but speaking those views in and of itself is not immoral. Because we do have a right to freedom of speech. It is the act of abortion which the left is trying to distance itself from any moral argument. If something is a right, then it cannot be challenged as even something remotely to restrict. And if it is a right, the women who get them don't have to think twice about it. It's a right, therefore it is not morally wrong to do. This is what the organization Human Rights Watch says on their website. Human Rights Watch believes that reproductive rights are human rights, including the right to access to abortion. States have the obligation to provide women, girls, and other pregnant people with access to safe and legal abortion as part of their core human rights responsibilities. The idea Human Rights Watch conveys is that the state holds the responsibility to just be able to give you this thing that is already yours as a right. You see how this attempts to take all the moral questions off the table by the implications? It tells women, no need to think too hard or deep into it, the government has a responsibility to give this to you, so take it. It no longer becomes a conversation of, well, is this a baby, what does the science tell us, are there alternatives? These are all conversations the right tries to have, but the left, by claiming it is a human right, is looking to bypass those talking points, in the political sphere but more importantly to individual women who may be thinking about getting an abortion. This is a talking point that has certainly worked. We have women on social media who are dancing to music when celebrating abortions, we have women who get themselves abortion celebration cakes. What else is worthy of that type of celebration? Ironically, the first thing that comes to mind is a birthday. You celebrate and dance when you have done something of accomplishment. When you believe in your soul what the left says about abortion being a human right, then you are just expressing your rights as an individual, and then from that sick point of view the act is worthy of a celebration. The use and manipulation of language cannot be overstated. Please pay attention to the words being used in the media and from politicians and think about why they are using the words they are. The words in speeches and writings by large corporations and politicians are picked with precision. The left will try to change the meaning of words or create new phrases in order to shift the conversation in their favor. When the words and phrases become in common usage, the left has already won the argument and general cultural battle on the subject. Declaring something a right will generally shut down any further talk of it being right or wrong. The conversation would shift to how to implement it. This is less an argument for or against abortion, it is for regular people to start to notice and realize when they are being emotionally manipulated and words are being used to justify your personal decisions. Just because someone on TV claims something is a right, doesn't take away the moral responsibility you have when you make decisions. That is a cheap mental justification which holds no weight under the slightest scrutiny.